Ghost.
Tommy. You know where we're going?
I know where to start.
Hey y'all, this is Dennis from NiceLife.com. Right now, I'm going into the season-ending review of the Power episode, You Can't Fix This. It's a crazy episode, and I'm not going to hold you up right now, so let's just get straight into it. Okay, the scene opens up, Tariq and his parents in the precinct. This is right after Raina just got popped the night before, and you can just get the emotion from all of them in their faces right now. Like, everybody is distraught. Now, it's crazy how they got him in the precinct and they are really interrogating him hard. You know, it gets to the point where the detective kind of pushes and actually gets to the point where Tariq starts crying, man. It's a very emotional part right here. Okay, I know it ain't funny, but this whole scene right here, this reminded me of Get Out. You know, when the dude was sitting up in the chair. Yeah, but basically this is the part where Tariq cried. It reminds me of Get Out. And Tariq, he had his little moment right here. It kind of showed that he was still somewhat human. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we'll go to the next scene. Alright, so this is a crazy moment. Kanan, he rolls up on Tommy when he's with the Italians, and he's kind of upset, you know what I'm saying? He thinks somebody got beef with him, basically. So he pops the trunk, and he got 3 dead bodies all up in there. And Tommy's like, listen, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You know, I didn't even know you were in town. Yo, these are the Taínos. These are Crystal Ball's boys, right? 50 didn't even know who Crystal Ball was, but all he needed to say was the Crystal Ball's tight with Dre. And then, yeah, 50, Mr. Plotter of his own, Kanan, ready to get at him. So, you know, this pretty much showed that Tommy was cool with Kanan, because basically Kanan took care of Tariq, and Ghost told him that. So in Tommy's book, they straight. So it's building for Dre, man. I don't know what to say. All right, so this scene, this is interesting, right? Angela, she's briefing everybody. Now she's like the head honcho. You know what I'm saying? You could definitely see the frustration that your boy had from kind of being demoted under his leadership. Now having that Angela's up there. So she's briefing him about the situation about the warehouse where people were burned, drugs was everywhere, guns, everything. Then she talks about the golden pistol, how it was, you know, the components of it was fixed many times, and the sentimental reasons behind the gun and all this other stuff. So after that comes Saxe strolling in all late and nonchalant. He just trying to like throw something at the wall just to see how it sticks by talking about St. Patrick, knowing that it would get under Angela's skin. So she says Mr. St. Patrick is no longer a priority of this office, things like that. Your boy, he said something slick under his tongue, and then she finally finds out that it was Raina who got shot, and then you could kind of see her kind of like swallowing her breath or something. All right, now we cut to Angela's office. As you can see, she upgraded a little bit, and she's reviewing the whole situation with Raina. So you can see that on her computer, actually. Then strolls in Saxe. He is trying to get nominated for A-hole of the year, basically. He comes in. He wants to pin down Jamie as Ghost and everything else like that. So he keeps talking about it. He thinks about all the reasons, all the MOs that Jamie would basically make a move in the event that Raina got shot, because his hypothesis basically that, you know, kids don't get shot when they just regular good people. So he thinks that it only happens to bad folks, and Jamie gonna make a move, and when he does, they can go pin him. Angela's like, yo, get out of here with that, yo, dude. It's too soon. Like, his daughter's dead. You want to talk about making moves? Saxe even said, yo, is it too soon? Yo, he an a-hole, man. Anyway, on to the next scene. So right here, this is definitely a sad moment for Jamie. He comes into his office. He's going through the belongings of Raina, and I can just envision, like, you know, what he could be going through right now. You know, he goes through her purse, looks at her ID card from her private school, and he's just like, all of it's coming to a head right now that she ain't there no more, and somebody popped her, and he don't really know what to do. So he's just reflecting right now, and yeah, that's when he gets that call from Tommy, and he's ready to ride out. Initially, you know, he thinks it's the Jimenez. This scene is so impactful because as Ghost is going down the elevator, he connects eyes with Tasha, and there ain't no questioning about what's about to go on. She's like, you better get him. So Ghost goes outside, he ready to meet Tommy. Unbeknownst to him, here's Angela rolling up, straight up. She's ready to just see him, trying to console him, think like that. You know, pay her condolences. Because, like I said, Raina was, you know, close to her in some respects. And then, like, Ghost got a bag. He got everything. You know, Angela's spidey sense going off. Like, yo, what's in the bag? And he's telling him, like, listen, I already lost everything. Ain't no going back, basically. And I got to go prepare for this funeral. I got to make these arrangements. You know, this moment's kind of like her telling him, like, it's that good old angel over your shoulder trying to tell you, like, don't do it. Alright, so I skipped this part, but basically, before this scene, Tariq calls Kanan and it's like, yo, where's Ray Ray? He owed me some money. We already know what time it is. He looking for him. But they cut to this scene and Ray Ray with his cousin. And he telling her, like, listen, you've heard from that boy? Like, you know, don't tell him where I'm at, basically, stuff like that. Then comes a knock on the door. He tells his cousin, yo, get in the back. Yo, it's AUSA, Angela Valdez, you know, open the door. She comes in. Yo, she everywhere, man. She was just with Ghost. Now she on the other side of town. But basically, she questioning about, yo, I heard you came to the school to see Tariq. What was that about? Ray Ray's like, yo, you know, I've heard about this kid a little bit. Reported robberies and stuff that he could have been associated with. Truth is, he's a troubled teen. All this good stuff, right? Trying to, like, set it back on Tariq. Get to the point. He's looking real suspicious. Angela's eyebrows raised, and, you know, she kind of logs that in her memory. All right, this scene, this is like the whole good information is no information type situation. Here, Ghost and Tommy roll up on the Toros Locos and start, like, popping everybody up in there, all up in the car shop. They get the head guy, put him down in the chair. Ghost nails his hands to the chair rest. It's crazy. And all of a sudden, he's like, yo, F you, blah, blah, blah. I don't kill kids. It wasn't us, etc., etc. Then Ghost asks him, listen, swear on your life, have you ever came at my family, right? Dude says, yo, I killed Julio. And he's like, what? Basically, so the plot thing is more, but now they know that Dre did it because he confessed to that too. It was, you know, him and the, what's his name, Crystal Ball and all them other guys. Yo, Dre put me onto it. Killed Julio. That was it for him. Now his life was gone. The big problem is they still don't know who killed Raina though. That's wild. This is a little awkward and it's a little interesting at the same time because Tasha, she's being consoled by people, and then comes in Terry on the elevator like unannounced, and you know they're able to get their private space or whatnot and go in the closet and talk, whatever that room is they got in the back. You know, they got that penthouse, big old closet, and they're talking about the situation. And Terry is like, yo, he's spilling his guts to Shorty, and he gets to the point where he confesses that he loves her. And Tasha, she ain't in the position right now to be talking about love. She ain't in the position to be trying to juggle this or none of that. So she just asked him to leave. This scene right here, Ray, he putting it all together. He know he ain't got much time at all. And he is looking for all his resources in which he can jump town. So he rolls up on Dre and he's like, listen, man, you owe me money for me babysitting Tariq, all them hits we did, etc., etc. You know, Dre being a crafty minded guy, he's like, listen, I ain't got no money, but you could go ahead and meet me 6:30 or whatever tonight, and I'll have your money, basically. At the whole time, Tommy in the cut, he ready to go up and shank Dre. But then he sees Ray Ray with the badge on. He had to fall back. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you got to make that move another time. All right, this is short, but it's important because Keenan is the king of plotting on people. He's getting the drop on Dre. He's telling everybody up in the housing spot right there that, listen, this is our op. We about to get him. When you see him, let's ride. The scene's interesting too because Tommy is up at the church, right? And he's talking to the father. And if you remember, the father just basically left his whole organization. He's like, yo, you a little too off on the hinges. I ain't ready for no war, Tommy. I can't ride like that. You know, I'm just going to be with Dre, you know. And then he confesses to him like, yo, Dre is out here doing dirt. He killed Julio, you know. And then the father's like, what? Yo, I ain't really about that life. I got kids. I don't want no wars. I don't want none of that. Let me stop this, man. Let me stop this now. Yo, honestly, in this scene, I really feel for Ghost. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting down. Macedon, the Reverend, comes through. You know, hits him with the sun. We don't use those in this congregation. Basically, he was telling them, listen, we want to publicize your funeral. And I'm going to be the one to do it. Think about it. Consider it. I was like, what? He walks off. Ghost calls him a charlatan. Rashad talking about he an opportunist and everything like that. And then he's like, listen, the daughters of innocent men sleep soundly at night. Goodness. He's like, yo, what you trying to say? He's like, I ain't trying to say nothing. But Raina gone. You gonna get up there on that pulpit. I'm gonna be right with you as your brother. And we gonna handle this. And you ain't gonna say nothing. You gonna be the guy that we need you to be. Sit down, boy. And I want a quarter piece of fries. Give me a 2-piece chicken. Give me a biscuit. Some greens on the side. And have it quick. It better be hot. Basically, he just put Ghost in his place. Walked off. Fixed his jacket. Now it's the end of the scene. Crazy. Alright, so Shorty's in the room all by herself. I think her name Destiny, right? And she unboxing the phone or something. Then boom! Your boy Tommy kicks in the door. He kicks the hinges off and everything. Like, what kind of Timbs is he wearing? Anyway, he gets what he needs. He gets his information. Figures out Ray Ray's her cousin. Ray Ray been messing around with Tariq. I used to be with Tariq, etc., etc. And he gets to know, like, hey, he's going to be in the Heights. He's trying to skip town. This is his apartment number. Sorry, I just ratted out my cousin, but I like living more than he likes living. So here's all the information you need. Holla at me. Sorry. Okay, so Tariq was bumping Mr. Don't Play on the way to Truth. Came through the back door. Rolled up on Dre. Said, what's up, Dre? Hey, how does this pistol feel in your ribs? Dre's like, yo, what you doing? You on that lean? Yeah, maybe. And I might just be that spaced out enough that I can go ahead, pop you in front of all these people. Where Ray Ray at? He's like, I don't know where Ray Ray at. Where Ray Ray at? You know everything. Everybody lie to me. You know where Ray Ray at? All right, Ray Ray owe me some money. He gonna be up in the Heights at 6:30. All right, a couple scenes prior to this, Tasha, she out here looking for Tariq. She go through the house. She figure out he ain't there. Then she go check the gun safe. Tommy calls us like, yo, I know who Ray Ray is. He used to roll with Tariq. Where's Tariq? Blah, blah, blah. She go looking for Tariq. See the gun missing. See bullets missing. And she like, man, I don't know what to do. So she rolls up to the FBI. Holla at the only person she know who can go ahead and clone the phone, figure out where her son at. So she hollers at Angela. Angela's trying to insinuate some things. Yo, she slipped up and said Ghost right here. But, you know, we'll see how that turns out later. But man, it has to be so much agony not knowing where your kids is just right after one kid got popped, man. I'm feeling for Tasha right here, man. So this is a crazy sequence of events right here. Tariq makes it to the Heights. He fiddles around with the door. He winds up going upstairs at the same time his dad sees him going up the elevator, starts screaming out of the whip, and he's like, Tariq, all right, whatever. He comes out of the car, cracks the window with a iron board, and they cut to Tariq actually making it through the door. He uses Kanan's old trick with the credit card to open up the door. Ray Ray's up in there. He's packing up, getting his stash together, getting ready to roll out, make ghosts on this town. Then Ray hears it. Tariq comes in. He's like, yo, don't you move, etc., etc. There's a gun on the table. Tariq got the gun pointed at Ray. He's like, listen, man, I should pop you right now. You don't deserve to live, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying? And I understand it fully. Yo, that's flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood, like you heard within the episode. Tariq has gone full circle. He ready to pop this dude. Then Ray out here insulting his intelligence, you know, saying, listen, you ain't gonna do that, boy, patronizing him and stuff like that, like you ain't a man, etc., etc. If you are, do it now. Reaches for the gun. At the same time, you see Ghost, Tommy running up the steps, and then pow. Ironically, Tasha outside too. She hears the gunshots. You know what's already going through her head. I don't even know how she found the hotel room. Anyway, hotel, apartment number, whatever it is. Get to the scene where everybody ends up in Ray Ray's apartment. Ray is leaking the ketchup, and he is out cold. Yeah, it's bad. Not too soon after that, you hear the sirens going off. Whew. Tasha comes up. She's like, yo. She gets into militant mode. Come with me. This is what we doing, etc., etc. Tommy, it was crazy. It's just he went straight up to picking up these bullets, taking inventory of what's going on in the room, and then they roll your boy up in the carpet and haul him out of there. Crazy. All right, so this one is tough to watch, man. Dre, he rolls up here, meets with the father in some wide open venue next to the bench outside. And I don't know about you, but this pretty much like put the nail in the coffin for me with Dre, man. How he killed the father like this? Like the father was just trying to tell him, listen, I heard about how you were moving in these streets. I'm not really with that. I'm out. Dre's like, yo, nah, you telling me you with Tommy. Shit. That's it. That was rough. All right, a couple scenes later, now we in the kitchen, and all the premiers are there, except for the father, of course, because Dre just murked him. Anyway, how do y'all feel about this? Because the Jimenez actually show up to this venue, and they're a little hot because they heard what happened to the Toros locals. And Dre got some explaining to do. I kind of give it to him right here because he kept his composure and was actually able to close this deal. It got ugly though, but he kept it together. Awkward still, this scene, Tasha rolls up into the this restaurant to meet Terry. I'm like, yo, why ain't nobody else at this restaurant at the moment? But anyway, she comes to tell Terry, listen, I need some advice. What if you know somebody who did something bad, you know, and you try to get some revenge, and et cetera, et cetera. Terry's like, yo, I'll tell your husband to get a lawyer. Tasha's like, it ain't my husband. It's me. And Terry, he's surprised out of like nowhere. He's just like, what do you mean it was you, basically? How'd y'all feel about this? Because, listen, Terry looked like a stake just went through his heart when he heard that. He was like, yo, I could be a lawyer or I could be a lover, but I can't be both. Man, she pulled that check out so fast. I was like, I need you to represent me, man. I need you to represent me. All right, so this is one of the best scenes, in my opinion, in the whole episode, because right here you got Tommy, Ghost, and Kanan all up in the Mustang, you know what I'm saying? And the cool thing about it is that they all working together to some extent, because they trying to get rid of Dre, and they see like, listen, he got the Jimenez in his pocket right now. We got to figure out how to get this done. And the fact that all of them are together shows like, yo, that there's going to be a lot more going into next season. So they couldn't really ride on Dre right now, but they know, like, hey, the Italians are on their side. They kind of like got it all right now. You know, Ghost got the corporate level, Kanan got the street, and Tommy got the Italians. It's going to be crazy going into next season. All right, guys, we just finished the season-ending episode of Power. This episode was crazy. I'm pretty sure you feel the same way about it. Moving forward, man, there's going to be a lot of things that we got to look out for, especially the dynamic between Tommy, Kanan, and Ghost. Also, what do y'all think about Dre, man? He's been making a lot of moves, and I don't know if he's going to last a whole nother episode or basically a whole nother season. And Tariq, that boy, he probably just going to go off the deep end. You see, he's like learning the ropes from his mom, Tasha, as well as Ghost. Ghost don't really know everything he's doing, but he's got to be surprised about how he got a gun and popped your boy Ray Ray all up in the heights, you know? So I want you to do one thing. I want you to subscribe. I also wanted you to talk about how you feel about this episode. Also, your predictions for next season. Until the next time, holla at your boy. This has been a Nice Life review. I'm Dennis. See you later.